Hello and welcome to Keyboarding Online. Today we're going to look at Lesson 5. So let's jump right in and take a look. We have so far to this point learned our home row keys, our basics. We've learned T, E, and H. In Lesson 3 we learned O, R, and N. In Lesson 4 we learned how to make capitals using our left shift, striking capitals with our right hand. And today we're going to learn the I, the period, and the right shift. So let's just jump in and take a look at our review lines. So here's a nice easy 15-second timing using the keys we've learned so far. I'm going to type A, D, D, space, O, D, D, space, F, O, O, D, S, space, T, O, space, T, H, E, space, S, A, L, A, D, SEM, space. And that's as far as I got, but I did get a score, 21 words a minute and no errors. As always, the first few 15-second timings are your warm-up lines and good to refresh, especially if you've had a weekend in between, going back to our previous keys that we've learned. Here's a reminder to sit upright. I always check my posture before I strike the first key. It's a good habit to get into. As we go to step 4, we're now learning the I key. Here it is on our keyboard. I strike it, it lights up in green, so that tells me K is going to strike the I key. So let's try that attempt. With our fingers in home position, fingers curved, palms slightly raised, thumbs hovering over the space bar, I'm going to strike with my K finger, I, space, K, 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 space, I, space, K, 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 space, K, I, T, space, K, I, T, space, S, I, T, and that's as far as I could go. So moving along, and of course in your classroom you probably are making 2 attempts on each of these lines. Again, practice makes perfect. Learn the I key reach with the K finger. Always good to read what it says up here. When the K finger reaches the I, keep some fingers on the home row. You don't want to lose your place. Now we'll learn the period. We use the period key a lot, so it's good practice, and we're going to learn it right now. It is located down and to the right of L. It's in red, so L and only L will control it. So let's practice. L, 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 space, period, 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 space, L, 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 space, period, 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 space, L, period, L, space, L, period, L, space, period, L, L, space. And there's my red box. Time is up, and I have gotten a score, 21 and no errors. And you'll be typing way faster than that if you keep practicing. So now we have a sentence. At the end of a sentence, we always use a form of punctuation. In this case, we have a period, and there is 1 space after the period. So let's practice this. I'm going to use my left shift, so you want to kind of look ahead before you strike the first key. So that means I need to depress my left shift key and strike J. So left shift, J, O, E, L, space, I, S, space, L, A, T, E, period, space. Right shift, cap, T, H, E, space, T, H, I, and that's as far as I got. So actually, this is something that I just noticed with Keyboarding Online is probably an error on their part, because they have not yet introduced the right shift, and yet we're using it for the capital T. So interesting. Moving right along, using the right shift key to press letters with the left hand. Let me see if I saw that correctly. Yeah, it did not introduce it. But in step 9, it's going to, we're going to use the right shift to strike a capital T. So in this case, let's try it. Left shift, strike L-O-N, space, T-O-O-K, space, T-H-E, space, K-I-T-E, space, A-S, space, A, space, J-O-K-E. And that's as far as I got. But Anyway, interesting. So to use the right shift, remember it is in blue. It's the sim and only the sim that controls it. You have to keep your left hand in place, ASDF, depress the right shift with your sim finger, hold it down long enough to make your capital letter. And in this case, it's going to be not on this line, but on the next line that we get to use our right shift to make a capital A. So let's try it. Shift, hold it down long enough to strike the letter, release, and then continue typing. Shift, A, D, A, space. Shift, D, A, L, E, space. Shift, D, A, L, E, space. Shift, and T. And I didn't get that far. Okay, moving along now, we're going to continue to practice our shift keys and all of the keys that we've learned so far. As we get to line 13, we have a 30-second timing, 14, 15, all 30-second timings. Nice sentences to practice on. Line 16, 17, and 18 are 1-minute timings. Just do your best to practice. Let's just do one, close it out with one. Cap, and that's a right shift. Cap, D-A-L-E space. H-I-R-E-D space. T-H-E space. J-E-T space. T-O space. T-A-K-E space. H-I-M space. H-O-M-E space. A-F-T-E-R space. J-A-I-L period. Return. Cap D-A-L-E space. H-I-R-E-D space. T-H-E space. J-E-T space. T-O space. T-A-K-E space. H-I-M space. H-O-M-E space. A-F-T-E-R space. J-A-I-L period. Return. Keep going. Cap D-A-L-E space. H-I-R-E-D space. T-H-E space. J-E-T space. T-O space. T-A-K-E. Okay, 24 words a minute, no errors. I got a score on the board. Now, if I actually did this all the way through, as you will be doing, I would now have a check for lesson 5. You're doing really well. Hang in there. Remember, always your best technique and keeping your eyes on the monitor, and not on your fingers. And I'll see you on the next tape.